Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna and today is tutorial number 6 for my ABC Primer Graphic 45 mini album. And we are going to be working on this little item here. So this is just a expandable pockets. So you can make this using envelopes, and you just take the envelope and you glue this part inside of there, or you could trim it off, but most people just glue this. They put it inside and they glue that in there. Okay, so then you'd have the same thing that we're going to be creating with cardstock. This is same cardstock I've been using to build the album. So we're just going to build our own pockets and create our own expandable. And it's expandable on the bottom and on the sides. And this book will have 2 of these in it. So I've added a little charm to this, and this one says unique. So we will get started. I have pre-cut 8 pieces at 6 1/4 wide by 4 1/2 inches high. We are going to score these. I say 8 because I've already built a section of 4. And we are going to score these at 3/8 of an inch. So I have one pocket already built. This one's already built and ready to go. So we are going to score our other. I got one scored here, trimmed. We're going to score 2 at 3/8 of an inch. Just like that. Score another one at 3/8. We are going to fold and burnish this. I'm going to do it off here because it gets a little loud on that plastic. So I'm just burnishing this down here. We're going to do the same thing to this piece here. It can be loud enough as it is, but when you start clicking it on that plastic, it kind of echoes more. So we're going to take this and we are just going to snip the corners down here off on an angle, just like that. Just to take some of that bulk away from the corner there. Okay. So that gives us 3 more of these to go along with the one that's already done. Our next pieces, we cut 8 at 7 1/4 wide by 4 1/8 inch high. We are going to score an 1/8 inch on, or a quarter, boy, a 1/2 inch on each edge. So that is on the 7 1/4 inch. We're going to score 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. And I already have one of these ready to go too, I believe. Yes, right here. So that creates 4 of those. Let me set this aside a second, and we are going to fold and burnish these. Right. We are going to come in and on the bottom edge, whichever edge you want, because you haven't marked yours yet. So you're going to angle these also. Just where you scored it, you're going to just angle from that score out. Okay. So, oopsie. Mine are marked already, so I'm going to score. You could score the other half too. You could score the top and the bottom, so it takes away any bulk up here too. We'll just go ahead and do that. Takes away any bulk or edge right there. Okay. So now what we do is we come in fold these all. I want to come in to these, and I'm going to, this is all folded, so come in a 1/2 inch from the edge. If you don't have a see-through ruler, go ahead and mark a 1/2 inch. So if you don't have a see-through ruler, come in and just go like this, mark a 1/2 inch, come down, mark a 1/2 inch, line up those 2 marks, and create your line. So you're going to make a 1/2 inch on each of the 3 edges. So 1 on each of the sides where you scored, and then additional 1 along your bottom. So you're just going to line it up a 1/2 inch and just create 1/2 inch all the way around. Now this is where we are going to leave blank. We're not going to put any tape on there. We're not going to put any glue on that 1/2 inch area going around there. That's what creates your ability to have it be expandable, okay? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to glue these. So I'm going to put glue on my 3/8 inch bottom there, just like that. And I am going to line that up in between my 1/2 inch scores and right along the bottom edge, and attach that down there like that. Okay, just like that. I'm going to come in now and I'm going to, oops, this one didn't get scored. Here, let me snip these off here a second. Like that. Like that. There we go. I got glue on my finger. Everything wants to stick to my finger now. There we go. Some glue on there. Some glue on here. There we go. And we're going to close this up like that. Perfect. All right. That's 2 pockets. Come in with another one here. Again, right on our 3/8 inch score that was on the bottom edge there. Line it up along the bottom in between our 2 score marks there for a 1/2 inch. So make sure there's no glue that's gonna keep it from sealing up, or it seals it up where I don't want to. Don't want that. Don't want to seal it shut where I can't slide things in and out. Get my glue on my 1/2 inch hinges there. Like so. Like so. In addition to that, I'm going to take this ruler. Well, there it is. I'm going to slide it in here just to make sure that nothing got glued shut. Do the same thing to this one. Just slide it along the edges there. Make sure nothing got glued shut. All right, here's my last one. I'm going to come in on that 3/8 inch score. There we go. Down on the bottom here, in between the 1/2 inch score marks. Line it up if you want. Tap, make sure it's down at the bottom. Press. Make sure there's no glue on there that's going to interfere. Put glue on our 1/2 inch hinges there. So this just keeps me from using up all my store-bought envelopes. But if you want to start with an envelope, you go right ahead. So part of this I only had, some of these I got from my scraps, like the single pieces I got from my scraps. The other ones I had to cut from additional cardstock, but I have lots of it, so I'm not too worried about it. Again, I'm going to come in here along the sides, make sure nothing's blocked. Do the same thing to my one that was already done. Going right up against that edge there, just to make sure nothing's blocked. Perfect. So we have 4 ready to go. In addition to that, I have this piece here, which is our cover, and it is, whoops, sorry, bumped my camera, is 6 1/4 long by 3 1/4 high. I took this and I scored it at a 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch. And that gave me, once I got these all burnished and folded, it creates like this rolling, like a rolling desktop thing. So that as you put things in this and it expands, that can expand also up to the same. Okay, so it just gives it, will lay, you know, narrower, but as soon as you start putting things in and that pocket needs more room, this allows you to have more room for closing it. All right, so we will start gluing these on. I'm going to just take one of these and I'm going to glue this onto the back, just the 1/2 inch mark. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm just going to glue one of these to the back, just to one of the backs. And I'm going to make sure I glue it to the open part. So I'm just going to go line up my 1/2 inch mark there and stay right to there. I believe I've got it. Whoops. Just like that. Perfect. All right, just like that. And it should be lined up. Just like that. Perfect. All right. We're going to add some brads onto this in a little bit. But for right now, that's all we needed. This is now going to be our bottom piece. So onto this, we are going to watch for our 1/2 inch. Make sure I got them all marked. Yes, I do. Okay. Leave our 1/2 inch. I'm going to put a couple pieces of tape. This will hold it while my glue dries. And I'm going to stay within those boundaries. Just add like 3 pieces of tape on each one, just like that. That. Peel the tape. Whoops, maybe. All right. And then I'm going to add glue to that too, but I'm going to stay just about 1/8 inch away from that line that I drew, because the glue will kind of smudge out a little bit. Okay, it will move around some. All right, take this one, we're going to add that right to the front of this. Line up exact. I'm going to tap that down, tap side, there we go, just like, it's a little bit. And also with the glue, it helps So you can adjust it a little bit because the tape will grab right away. There we go. Just a little crooked there. There we go. That little smidge of crookedness probably wouldn't matter, but I don't want it to create a problem. And see the glue kind of squeeging out there? That's what we'll have. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. Come in here. And you can see created that little part there. Okay. Give us our first part of an expanding. And you can make these basically any size you would like. You need an expanding envelope for something, or expanding folder for something. The theory's all the same, you just change the size. See if I can get a hold of that. Try to get a hold of that. These are a little time consuming, but for the amount of space that they take up in your books, they're kind of worth it because they don't take up much room, and they give you lots of photo storage ability, or recipe albums. This will hold lots of recipe cards too, so makes great for recipe albums. Going to do the same. I'm going to stand this up so these are at the same height, like so. Make sure it's pressed there. Looks good. And we'll attach it to the book the same way that we're attaching them together. So that back one will expand too. Just a little stretch. I don't want to move it too much right now because I don't want to disengage anything. Perfect. And our last one. Again, avoid that 1/2 inch. I have a couple other things that we're going to get done in this today, and then the next tutorial will be just a little bit of decorating, adding some sticker elements and things like that, and then that will be it. And then the album should be pretty much done. This is the last main thing we're putting in. So again, I'm going to stand it up, line it up on my tabletop, like so, like so. Looking good. That's just one way to ensure that everything is level with each other. All right, and then again, I'm just going to pull it a little bit. I don't want to pull it too much while it's drying. Okay, so now see this, how this is going to roll over top of there and allow for that expansion. Okay. All right, so now we're going to attach some breads. Now these are just spare parts from Hobby Lobby. I got them for $1 on clearance. So that is what we're going to use for our closure. Just like on this one, that's a nice decorative element. There we go. So I want to come in halfway. So we are 6 1/4, so I need 3 1/8. So I'm gonna come down. Let me see here. Let me put a piece of paper underneath here so you can see this. So to my score mark to there is about 2 1/4. So I'm going to come up 1 1 1/8. So right in this area here, you can make a pencil line. It doesn't matter because it's going to get covered. And then this way is 6 1/8. So I need 3 1/8. Yeah, so this is 6 1/4. I'm sorry. I need 3 1/8. So 3 1/8. So this right here is going to be the center for this. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to poke a hole. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here so you get a better view. There we go. So now, then I can put my brad in there and open it up. So I have pre-made my covers, and these are 6 wide, a little over 6 wide, whatever we got, 6 1/8 wide, I'm sorry, 6 1/8 wide by 2 1/8 high, and that's going to go right on there. I've got my decorative punch right here, and it is just the We Are Memory Keepers lime green punch. Oops, I want to make sure I do the right part. So this is my, I'm going to do the decorative corners on the, woo, almost did the wrong one. Decorative corners on the bottom. So make sure your directions are right. Just like that. We want to punch our hole first because then we can come through the back and punch it again. All right. So we're going to go ahead and, now these I put together from scraps. So I used tape to kind of hold those pieces together. So now I'm just going to add my glue. And the tape was to hold it together while it sat there waiting for me to use that. Okay. And we want to allow for a little bit. There we go. Kind of hard to see. There we go. Perfect. We also need to make one on the bottom. So this one here I brought up, looks like 7/8 inch up. So let's just do that here. I'm just going to kind of draw a line there. And then again, that would be centered from the 6 1/4. So at 3 1/8. So that's our center there. So again, we're going to poke a hole there. And we're going to add a piece to the back of this because otherwise, when you try to go put something in there, these whatever you put in there would be getting caught on these prongs that are in there, and we don't want that. So we got that. Here's another piece. This one is 3 7/8 high by 6 1/8. Is it 6 1/8 wide? Yes, 6 1/8 wide. Oops, pull the tape. Sorry. I did this the same way I did the other one. I just used tape to hold the additional pieces there. You can see these were from my scraps. So I just pieced them together. So right now, I have only one full sheet of decorative paper left out of my whole collection. And that is this one here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut all these up, and I will just put them inside the book for her to use where she wants to. I thought that was the best one to save for something like that, that she might be able to utilize for journaling or whatever. All right, so now I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to poke my hole going the other way. Boy, that doesn't look, is that centered? Oh, yeah, it is. Like it didn't look centered. Now we can come in with our brad. And I don't want to push this all the way down tight. I want to kind of hold it up a little bit. So I just kind of use my nails under there and hold it up a little bit. And as I'm opening the brads from underneath there, and then I'll come in here with, where's my, yeah. I usually use this, and I just kind of press. I don't really lift, I just go in with just the tip and press down to make sure those brads are flat. We're going to add a little piece of tape on top of those to kind of keep them from spinning. Like so, right on top of the brad pieces. You can see it in there. Pull this. Okay. This is my bottom piece. It's cut the same size as the top. So I'll give you those. So 6 by 2 1/8. Yep. Okay. Add a little bit of glue here. My glue's getting blocked up again there again. Got a lot of glue around there to keep that from moving. Okay, this one's already got its punching done there. Oops, get down there. Just like so. Come in with this. Make sure that gets pressed down there good. I can't do it the other way because otherwise we'll be pushing on that brad, and we don't want to push on that brad. So there's one. Okay. Now for this one, I got to come in here and feel where it is, and I can feel with my poker, and I can feel with my finger that that's where that hole is. Trust me, you'll be able to feel it. And we're going to go in here with our brad. Now this gets a little tricky because there's not a lot of room in there, but I'm going to make sure that I'm holding this and I'm opening the prongs on the inside there, just like that. Okay, go press those down just like that, just like I did the other one. And I'm going to put a piece of tape. Let me see. I want to get this just about right there. So I'm just eyeballing it. You don't have to put tape there, but I'm hoping that this tape will connect with that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide this in there, and this will keep anything from catching on those prongs, okay? That's all it does, is just keeps everything from, otherwise everything you slid in there is going to catch on there. So I'm just going to center this and slide it all the way down in, just like that. And then we're going to press it like so. Just like so. I'm going to open this up Make sure no glue snuck out in between there. There we go. That is our second folder. I'm going to come in here with some baker's twine. Nice long piece here. All right. I don't know how long this one was. Let's give it a comparison. But we've got plenty. So I will tie this one around the top here. And then we will try to make them the same length. So I'll do like three knots here. If I can get my fingers to work today. There we go. All right. One more time. There we go. 2, 3. Nice and tight. Okay. Go in there and snip off the extra. Maybe. Don't want to cut the wrong one. There we go. All right. And we want this. Let's see here. Let's make it the same length or as close as we can get. We got to have a little tie room there because we got to tie our other charm on here. So this one says dream. This one says dream. I don't even remember where I got these. I've had them for quite a while. So they all have a heart on the bottom part. They won't be exact, but it's not going to matter because one's going to be above the other one anyway. So pretty close though. And I'm just going to knot this on there. You can use any type of charm you want. I just thought these were nice for the different sayings on them, and they all have a heart on them. And it gives a little bit of weight to help, help keep things closed up. There we go. All right. And I'm going to trim off this excess here, like so. There we go. Where did I get caught on here today? There we go. All right. Perfect. Oh, see, that one goes shorter. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and grab the book and attach them to the inside. Let's see, this one's ready to go. This one needs its tape. So again, this one has the 1/2 inch marks. And like I said, we're going to glue it down exactly like we did the other one. So let me go ahead and get some tape on here. Just like that. Whoops. Trim that a little bit there. Got a little too close to that edge. Here we go. Okay. Like I said, these are kind of fiddly, but they do make nice storage. Okay. Watch so I don't hit my thing there. We're going to go all the way to the back here. And one is going to go up here. And one is going to go down there. I'm going to eyeball them. Zoom back out here a second so you can see. There we go. Bring this up here. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Center it. I'm going to add some glue. Oops. We're going to stay within our parameters there. Okay. Got glue on my fingers here. Get a paper towel there, wipe that off. Okay. And again, kind of eyeballing like that. Before I press it down. You see here, yeah, that's about the same. There we go, just a tiny bit, just a smidge. Okay. Press that down there like that. Okay. Okay, just like that. We're going to do this. Oops. All right. Oh, come on. Silly thing. This is one of the reasons I'm not a big I don't like fiddly things like this. Oh, that's why. There we go. All right. And stay in our parameters. There we go. Perfect. All right. Okie dokie. So look at this like that. About the same. Perfect. All right. Actually, why is this one? They are a little different. Actually, I think I want to shorten this one, so I'm going to snip this. Get that knot undone there. Like so. Then we're going to try again. Back through the hole. And we will do this again. Maybe. It's just a little. There we go. There we go. So I want to tie it so it's about right in there. Okay. I'm going to undo this so I have a little more room to maneuver. I'm holding it where I believe it's got to be. There's one. Let's see here. Yep, okay. I think we're pretty, whoops. I think we're pretty good there. Okay. Tight. Another one to hold that knot. And I think we'll be nice, a little bit closer. Nothing's going to be exact because you're knots and stuff, but we'll come as close as we can. There we go. Now before I cut that off, I'm going to come around here. can stretch that down a little bit, like so. Okay. I'm going to give it one more to make sure that it's there. There we go. Snip. All right. All right, there we go. So that are those two. All right, now I've got this page here marked. We are going to add this here. This piece is 7 1/4 wide by 9 1/2 inches high. So we're going to go ahead and add this, and I've got a couple other little things, and we can get out of here for today. I will show you a couple other things that I did. Two, not on camera. There we go. Perfect. I added 2 tags. These are from a different collection. They are from Children's Hour Collection January Montage. So, no, not the January Montage. Sorry. Where is it? It wasn't January Montage. Oh my goodness, I lost it. It was January, but it wasn't Montage. All right, I will let you know in the next, because apparently I said it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it is from a January one, Children's Hour. So I created this cute. I thought this is so cute because she's reading a book. So I thought, and the colors worked. And then I cut this one and just backed it with my scrap cardstock. And we're going to stick that in this little pocket here. A little front pocket. And she can journal on them or whatever she wants. I've also got here where I was having trouble getting my magnets to hold. So what I did was I added a big magnet here and put a sticker over it, okay? So what we're going to do is attach this magnet together. So this is the size magnet I use. It's big. It's the size of my thumb, and it's strong. So we're going to attach that to this side, and then we'll cover it with another sticker. So I'm going to see if I can get this to, actually, I'm hoping I can get it to stick down for me. Nope, I'm going to have to get a bigger piece of tape here. All right. The tape is nice because it holds it in place while you, oops, here we go. Maybe that will work. Let me see. Is that right? Holds it in place while you stick it on. Okay. So here we go. Let's try a bigger piece of tape. I got tape stuck in my finger. Let go. Oh, goodness sakes. So I'm just going to kind of press that and hope that tape will grab enough to hold. There it did. All right. Grabs to hold the magnet. I'm going to go to my sticker sheet. And what I did with those, is I cut the sticker sheet down and I stuck it in here for her to use. So let's get a sticker that will cover that. Let's see what we got here. I've used some. I've gotten some ready. How about this? G is for grade. Okay, we'll put that on there, and that will cover that magnet. Now I want to take some of this tape and cut it down because the sticker ain't going to cover all that tape. And you can see it's not stuck on there very high. That'll work all right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. Just like that. That will cover perfect. All right. But I needed some extra magnet in there to hold that because it just was not cooperating with me. And believe me, there's lots of magnets in there. All right. So we're just going to kind of stick this down here. And it will cover the magnet. And she will still have room. And I used glue too because I don't trust just the sticker parts. And remember, these lift up. So as you can see, she'll still have room for pictures. She'll still be able to get a picture in there. Okay. Or journal. But I have to make this so it does close. All right. She can write a little note on there. She can put a picture on there, and then she can write a note on there. But see, now that holds because that magnet is big. So I can be reassured that when she puts stuff on there that it will hold. I cut up these and just stuck these in the pocket. She can journal on those. Just some extra little tags. This is from the actual cover page from the whole collection, the big cover page. So I just cut that out of there. I'm going to stick these stickers back in there for her. There's just all these little stickers. So we'll stick those back in there for her use. Let's see, what else did I do? I did the patchwork on this, but we're going to do a little patchwork tag. And we're going to go ahead and add our pieces here, if I remember where I put them. Where did I set them? Hopefully I didn't, I might put them in my scrap thing. Pick them up. Okay, they were just sitting off to the side. So I have two pieces, and they were 3 3/4 high by 3 1/2 wide. You are going to come down. So I got my left one already done. So we need to do the right one. So we slide this off the side here. So we need to come over 1 1/4 inch, because before we were at 1 1/2. So I'm going to come in 1 1/4, and I'm going to make a little mark, tick mark there. And then from the bottom, I'm going to come up 1 1/4 and make a tick mark here. And we do 1 1/4 because before we did 1 1/2. So we want to compensate for that. We're going to come to this line and this line, and we're going to trim that off. Got my small trimmer here. And we're going to line this up. Both of them, if I can see them. I'm going to find it. I lost my mark. Oh, that's why, because I was on the wrong side. Okay, one mark there and one mark there. Okay, there and there. I think I got it right. Looks like it. Yep. So those are all set to go now. So we're just going to come in here. Put those on. Let's get a little smudging. And when we decorate, we'll probably put a little something on the pocket, on the outside of the pocket too, to bring that some character. I've got some something's ready to go. And this is from that January paper too. You can see the little one being read to there. So it's from that same collection. We're just gonna get this lined up here. Like that, maybe. There we go. This one. And so I was glad that I actually pulled in these extra papers to coordinate, because I would have not had enough to do all of this, because I literally have the one sheet left. So glad I started pulling those in early so everything could have a mix of it. Through the whole book. There we go. That, if you remember, opens up. There we go. So that one's done. All right, let's quick throw together a tag. So this is just from one of my scraps. Doesn't matter what size. And I just took some other scraps and I made everything so it's going to be like an 1/8 inch smaller, okay, on each edge here. So I want these equal distance, and I believe it was 7/8 of an inch. Let me see here. No, it was 1 inch. So if I make a line for 1 inch on one edge and line that up, I should be good. It's just the way it ended up happening. So it worked out pretty good for me. But this is just my scraps. The black cardstock was scrap, and this was scrap. And we're just going to create a little tag out of it. Again, it's going to be about 1/8 of an inch from each edge. And then we have these pieces here. And these are, I think I cut these 7/8, but it doesn't matter. You're going to have to calculate for your tags what size you have. And you don't have to even do anything fancy like this. Like that other one, this one here, I just took and I just started lining them up and then just left a little space in between each one, but you don't have to. You can go right to the edge and cut off all the excess on the edge. You can go diagonal. You can go up and down however you want. So that's how I did that one. Let's go ahead and I am going to include a white gel pen with this for her. And then if she wants to journal on the back of some of these black tags or whatever, she will be able to do that. All right. And then I have just these little, these were just like this. They were scraps and I saved them. And they are literally like 3/16. So I'm just going to run barely room enough for one little bead of glue down the center there. And I'm going to add that to the top. Like so. Then I got to trim that down just a little bit because it's just a little bit too long. Oh, just like that. Easier to do before you cut it, but let me see here. All right. It's going to be just same, just a little bit. Just like that. Again, it's just room enough for one tiny little bead there. But this makes good use of all of your scraps. So you're not just throwing them away. So I probably will do a couple additional tags for her to throw in pockets if she wants to journal on. But there, that makes a nice cute little tag. Like I said, I'll use the white gel pen she can do on the back. We can throw that in one of these pockets here. Let's go ahead and throw it in this pocket here. Just put it inside this pocket. Just like that. All right. Okay, that's where we're going to stop today. And the next time we will just be decorating. Our book is getting full. It is perfect right now. So hopefully with her pictures in there, she'll have room and it will be all right. I think it will be. I think she'll be okay. As always, I wish you and your family many, many blessings. Thank you for joining me. I hope you would like to give this a try. If you ever have any questions, go ahead and you can put them in the comments below. I try to get to those right away. And I will answer to the best I can for you. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so very much. If you're not, please consider doing so. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down in the right-hand corner. When the bell pops up, you'll be notified. If you click that, you'll be notified each time I put up a new video. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.